Hey, Snapey here, and this is a Androxus video. Androxus video? Androxus video. This is about focus, and I have actually been practicing with Androxus. Now, I know in a previous video, I think I talked about like how to aim or how to aim better, or not rushing, or trying to find that pace. I think for me, actually, it was more of just a practice thing. I had to set my mouse sensitivity to something that wasn't so crazy and wild. By the way, the hitboxes, I don't know if it's lag or what, but I don't know how I'm hitting some of these people, or more importantly, how I'm not hitting some of these people. I don't know how I didn't hit Fernando in the beginning. It was like I missed like him every time. And then you'll see, like, with this Maeve, I don't know how I shoot her. That's not a hit. That's not a hit. I don't get it. But it is. So I guess I'll take it. But I had to really figure out what my mouse sensitivity was, because I think I was using something really high, and so it was really hard for me because I tend to like move my hand a lot especially when I get really excited. Like, oh yeah, by the way, so I had just killed about 5 or 6, like 5 of them, or I think I had like 6 something kills like directly in a row, and I don't know why I went over the top of the fence. I guess I thought I guess I couldn't die or something. I was super greedy on that one, but anyway, it's I actually had to practice, and I've been practicing slowly, a little bit every day. When I first started out, it was very frustrating because I felt like, oh, it's so boring, and I went to the training stage, and I focused on just putting my crosshair on people's heads and just clicking and just getting used to that, and I have like these little drills I try to do, but I really wanted to practice aiming because I'm not that mechanically like gifted in terms of like being able to aim very well on my own. It actually does take me practice, and I figure most of the time when I was playing these games, I would just jump in and just be like, oh yeah, I'm perfect. And it took me about 3 or 4 games to actually get the hang of it. By the way, I really like the fact that those 2 players, I think I'd probably killed them enough, or at least the victor enough, that they're probably like running away. By the way, I thought I was gonna get the Maeve right there. I was like, no, I didn't get her. But that's kind of cool though, when like you're shooting them and then like the players have to like run away because they're super low health, and you can like that. It's kind of a cool feeling. But sorry, I digress. It's about practice. It's about aiming, and that's one of the things that I'm trying. And so in this gameplay, this was one of the first games I played as Androxus, coming back after having practiced aim. I don't know how good the other team was. It honestly doesn't really matter because I'm really playing against myself in this game. I'm trying to focus on hitting my shots because Androxus. See, again, I don't know how I missed that first shot, but Androxus, he only has 6 shots, and they come out very fast, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. By the way, I don't know how I didn't win that battle, and I think those illustrations, and part of it maybe Maeve's hitbox. But that's the thing that I'm trying to work on. Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty good ultimate to get those 2. But I'm really trying to focus on, in those one-on-one moments when the shot really matters, can my aim stay true? Like right here, Maeve should have died. Yeah, she should have died. But I panicked, or I don't know what happened. Yeah, I was not really winning too many of those one-on-ones, which again is a problem because for me as a flank, I'm gonna be in one-on-one battles more often than most of the different champions, and so I need to make sure that I clean up whatever health I got, or I'm able to defend myself. By the way, again, I hate that move, especially when I die to it, because the person just didn't even have to aim. But anyway, let's talk about Androxus. I'm trying to just focus on hitting people, because I noticed if I can hit 4 out of the 6 shots, or even 5 out of the 6 shots, that's a pretty good clip for me. That's a pretty good session of shots. And the thing is, when you start hitting shots like that, in that instance where I hit 2 of those shots in a row, your confidence gets higher, and you're able to like I don't know, it just seems a lot more smooth. And I think part of it too is it also affects the way that the other player moves, because if they're taking damage when Androxus shoots someone, it's maybe what, 2 to, I don't know, 600, let's say, on average, not including a headshot, but just say on average. That's if you're taking 2 shots, you notice that your health is now basically down to a third or less, and so your movement becomes a lot more predictable, and you start to freeze. You know, you start to panic, and I think in those instances, the shots become easier, because when someone is full health, they kind of just do whatever. They don't necessarily care how much damage you're taking, so they're like, huh, you moved in that one direction. But when you start taking damage, you start to become predictable, and I'm definitely guilty of that too. So it's not something that I'm totally immune from. But I really like Androxus. He's someone that I recognize is very strong in this game if the time is taken care of to practice, and I do want to practice, because you know, a lot of the champions that I gravitate towards, I feel like they don't really require a lot of aim. Barrack, you know, Ying, let's see, who else do I really play? Yeah, those are pretty much Buck. I mean, they're not really about aiming. They're a lot of them is about positioning. A lot of them is just about being in the right spot and sort of aiming in the general direction, but not necessarily the best direction. So I really want to focus on aiming, because you know that's something that I feel like I've put off for a long time, and I also want to see the benefits of the practice that I actually put into this. You know, I think like any other mechanical skill, I think it just takes time and practice to get used to, and you know, it's one of those things that I don't know how long this game is gonna be played. I want to continue to play it. You know, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have in the future, but the thing is, I think putting in time now will help me, because who knows what champions they're gonna have. They may have more Androxus like champions. I don't know, but aim is something that will help in all the champions, not just the ones that require the precision, you know, headshot, you know, things. And so I'm trying to put in that time, and I hope that I continue to get better. This was definitely a confidence booster for me, because I saw how much better I was playing. Again, it doesn't really matter how good the players are, because oftentimes it's just me against myself when I aim. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.